Fight introductions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hilton Center of the Las Vegas Hilton Hotel, where tonight the Hilton Corporation presents an evening of World Championship Boxing. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF, and by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Elias Ghanem, chairman. The commissioners at ringside this evening are Dr. James Nave, Dwayne Ford, Freddie Little, and Jay Nady. The executive director is Chuck Minker. This fight sanctioned by the WBC, Jose Suleiman, president. The supervisor, James Nave. By the International Boxing Federation, Bobby Lee, president. Al Goodman, supervisor. And by the WBA, President Gilberto Mendoza. And the supervisors are Dr. James Nave and Santiago Chicas. The officials assigned by the governing bodies for the next bout of the evening. The judges are Jerry Roth of Las Vegas, Omar Mintun of Mexico, Rodolfo Maldonado of Panama. The timekeeper is Mike Lachella. Counting in the knockdowns, Mike Morabito. The attending physicians at ringside, Doctors Flip Omansky, Donald Romeo, and James Game. And your referee is Richard Steele. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing, in the blue corner, fighting out of London, England, weighing in at 228 pounds, or 16 stone 4 pounds, with a professional record of 32 wins, 2 defeats, with 31 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, he is rated number world in the world by the WBC. He is the challenger, Frank Bruno. And in the red corner, from Catskill, New York, weighing 15 stone 8 pounds, or 218 pounds, he is undefeated in his professional career, 35 wins, 31 KOs. He is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
Okay, listen. I gave both fighters their instructions in the dressing room. I'm cautioning you again. Obey my commands at all times. Is there any questions? Shake hands. Good luck.
This will not be the first time that Mike Tyson and Frank Bruno have faced each other in a boxing ring. When Tyson was 16 years old and Bruno was in this country to fight a boxer named Mike Jamison, they sparred for upwards of 20 rounds. By most accounts, Tyson got the better of his older opponent. And Tyson starts with a fury, and Bruno tries to punch back. Bruno down after a right hand. It is scored as a knockdown. So we've had a knockdown in the first 20 seconds of the bout.
Fastest knockout in heavyweight history, 55 seconds.
I kind of figured this would be somewhat of a street fight. It's not really boxing right here. Mike Tyson is traditionally doing what he does in the past. He's done in the past, rather. Go inside. Bruno's trying to make him respect him. A lot of rabbit shots thrown. Back of the head punch thrown by Frank Bruno.
Richard Steele warning Bruno not to hold Tyson at the back of the head. Mike seems oblivious to the right hands from Bruno. He just wants to get in and throw.
Somewhat of a smart tactic about holding on, but one thing about it, Bruno has a tendency, Jim, to stand straight up. As he throws his punches, he backs away, which leaves him susceptible to the left hook.
Mike began with a fury going to the head. He has not yet thrown body shots, which a lot of people thought would be Bruno's biggest problem early.
There's blood from Bruno's nose.
Come on, let him go, Frank.
Solid left and a right by Tyson, and now Bruno rabbit punches Mike as he takes him to the ropes.
And again, it's a smart tactic by Frank Bruno. You know what's happening? Because Mike hasn't fought in a while, Mike is getting a little anxious now. He's trying to throw little shots, and referee Steele is trying to, well, he's giving a warning.
And Bruno's getting a useful breather here as Richard Steele takes plenty of time to sort things out. a minute to go in the round.
Bruno told us that he's stronger than Mike Tyson. I don't particularly agree. Mike is incredibly strong.
Tyson finally went to the body in that last exchange. Now Bruno lands a short left inside. And Tyson wobbles for a second.
There's that puncher's chance I talked about.
And now another left hand from Bruno. And it is Mike Tyson who for a second there lost his balance.
Mike was really rocked by that shot by Frank Bruno.
The crowd here stunned by the early fury of this action. Bruno is going to make it out of the first round, and so for that matter does Tyson.
One man down, the other man wobbled. I'll take it.
And as Mike Tyson said at the top of our show, he's back.
Much more of warfare than we expected. But the referee has taken a point from Bruno. Let's take a look at the knockdown. This is that same knockdown. It was a short right inside that seemed to hurt Bruno, and then he went down from a shot on top of the head. And here is Bruno coming back with that right hand, and then the left. And there was the left that wobbled Tyson. But remember, the referee has taken a point away from Bruno.
As round two begins, Tyson lands a solid left hook.
It's apparent that Bruno is working on his left hand too, because in the past it's always been his right hand that was able to do the damage. The left hook was able to daze and hurt Mike Tyson. See, even inside, Jim, I don't think it's good for Bruno to just stand there because Tyson's arms are shorter, he can get those little shots in there.
Get your arm back, Frank. Get your arm back.
Left hand to the body by Bruno, and Tyson wailed back, but missed.
Bruno needs a jab out there to keep Tyson off balance.
Bruno's got the distance now that he needs to jab, but he hasn't started to throw it with any consistency, just pawing with it so far.
What Bruno's doing, and it's so elementary, he's measuring with the jab and trying to drop the right hand. Just can't wait so long. Just keep it out, just paw it out there.
Tyson with two chopping lefts inside. Bruno landed a right to the face of Tyson, but didn't have any leverage behind him.
Don't hold him, don't hold him.
The Englishman in the crowd chanting, Bruno, Bruno.
Punch it out, punch it out. There we go.
Bruno here trying to outmuscle Mike Tyson like he stated earlier.
Punch it out, once it out.
And certainly Tyson exercising more caution, perhaps with the memory of that short left hook.
Caution and respect. Mike trying to drop that right hand in on there.
Trying to load it up, which he might be able to do against a fighter as slow and mechanical as Bruno.
Well, it's apparent that Bruno's been doing some homework. Look at him. The left hook, he turned it into an uppercut.
And there's an uppercut from Tyson. But Frank Bruno has shown us some monumental improvement with the left hand since his last appearance on HBO against Tim Witherspoon.
I would like, if I was in Tyson's corner, I would like to see some body shots because Bruno is a tall guy. The body shots will do some damage. Bring those hands down.
Come on, work it out.
Mike fanned the air mightily with the left hook.
There you go.
And there's another short left inside by Bruno. He is astonishingly effective with it. Right hand by Tyson landed flush on the jaw. Bruno in trouble again.
Mike's going to push it now.
bets for betting that this fight would end in the first 2 rounds. It was a sucker bet. Sometimes the suckers win. Usually they don't.
7-7-2 to come inside. And throw those bunches of bad intentions. Mean.
Now use your left hand to get in. Don't lay on the outside. Close that gap. Right? Get in the inside. Left jab. Right? Use that left jab to get you in there. Side to side. Right? Don't lay still.
Whack with that right when he comes. We're going to hook him underneath like you did, okay? Frank, now get yourself together now. You can fucking do it, okay? I'm telling you. Now, come on. He took his best shots, now come on.
Here's Tyson with that straight right hand. Very good, straight, classic right hand.
Round 3 begins. Both fighters anticipated the bell, and Richard Steele had to pull them apart.
Punching it out, punching it out. Don't hold him, Bruno. Don't hold him.
Tyson going to the body.
Exactly, and this way he can bring some hands down, slow down the movement of Frank Bruno.
And Bruno continues to win respect inside, particularly with the left.
You're holding, Frank. You're holding. Punching it out. Let's go. Come on, punch this side to get out. Punching it out.
Mike Tyson, I recall, throws a bolo shot with the same hand. And I'm waiting for that same shot to the body, to the head.
All right, break. Stomach.
Tyson is not jabbing to get in as he did in his recent bouts. He's just stepping in and throwing shots. A brutal body shot there.
That shot there takes so much out of an opponent, especially in later rounds.
Stomach. You're holding.
Mike appears to, he wants now to just bob and weave and get in as opposed to using his left jab.
Come on, let's go. Work and get out. Break. Stomach.
Right hand by Tyson, partially blocked.
Come on, work and get out. Hold it. Let him go, Mike. Let him go. Come on, Bruno. Break. Stomach. Come on, punching it out. Don't hold him, Frank.
Some English observers said Bruno didn't know how to clinch and hold inside, but he's done a reasonable job of it so far.
Jim, to prepare him for this kind of fight for the last year, they've had Bruno wrestling in mid-ring with the strongest man in Great Britain for this exact kind of fight.
Now, I think it paid off because it gave him a sense of knowing how to tie his man up. It's very unorthodox, but it's work.
Come on, work and get out. Let him go, Frank. You're holding. All right, break. Stomach, Mike.
The most successful fighters against Tyson have been those who've been able to hold him and throw his rhythm off.
All right, break. Stomach.
Mike is getting a lot of shots off here, but only 1 or 2 at a time, not in big bunches. Bruno chopping away with the right hand, not doing much damage, but making Tyson aware that he's willing to fight back. This has been a highly creditable effort so far by a Frank Bruno who could easily have been gone in round 1.
Don't hold him.
Some body shots by Frank Bruno.
Come on, work and get out. Break.
A left hand after the bell by Tyson. And the Britishers in the crowd react.
If he makes it through another couple of rounds, they'll give him Scotland.
Work this body a little bit more. Then set it up to the head. And body shots, baby. You got to use a lot of them sevens. A lot of sevens.
You must slip and hit, Michael. Don't walk straight in. That's what he's waiting for.
Finish him off.
Use
right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook. All right. Come on. Got to use a lot of sevens to get in here. Stay inside. All right? Stay inside. Be mean in it.
Larry F. got it 30-25 favor of Mike Tyson. In the first round, Frank Bruno lost a point because of the knockdown and a point because Richard Steele took away a point for holding.
And for the For the record, let's note that the chief second in Tyson's corner is not Jay Bright. It is Aaron Snowell who does most of the talking to the fighter.
Tyson now was told to use the jab as opposed to just walking in, and he's doing just that.
He's not going to have to for too long if he lands another right hand like the one he just landed moments ago. But Bruno seems to be okay. Blood again now from Bruno's nose. Probably as the result of that early right hand in this round.
What Bruno should be doing is throwing some uppercuts. As Mike comes in without using his left jab, he needs to raise Mike's chin. Or either jab. I would suggest a jab because jab doesn't allow you to get into trouble. If you stick it out quick enough and snap it.
That jab won't do him much good.
It's a lazy, it's what we call, Jim, a lazy jab. And lazy jabs, it's always a counter right hand that follows it.
It's the kind that Tyson will simply walk through. Left hook got just behind the glove of Bruno. Bruno with a left. Not as solid as the ones in rounds 1 and 2.
You're holding, Mike. Don't hold him.
Bruno is a big man. He's a physically strong man. And I would, again, suggest that Tyson wear him down. The same principles of chopping the tree down. You got to kill the foundation.
Step back.
There's a body shot. That's what you mean by chopping the man down.
And you see now Mike is starting to get off a body attack.
Get your arm back, Frank. Get your arm back, Frank.
But again, Ray, 1 or 2 punches at a time.
Well, we need to see a series of combinations thrown to the midsection of Frank Bruno. Bruno needs to snap his jab.
Come on, punch it, get out of there. Get your arms back, pull them back. Come on, Mike, pull your arms back.
This is when it's dangerous for Frank Bruno because, again, he's an erect target as he stands straight up.
All right, break.
And that's why Mike jumps in with the left hook.
Earlier in his career, Tyson had a tendency to be lazy in clinches, not to throw the body shots that were necessary. Then he stepped up the pace, was very effective with it. Tonight, there's been a little of both.
Two stiff left jabs by Mike Tyson.
Step back. Don't hold him, Mike. Let him go. Come on.
I'm sure Tyson's probably going to tell him to work the body and use the jab as opposed to just going in with his head.
And come straight up the middle and use the uppercut like that. He's been effective when he comes straight up the middle instead of winging shots from side to side.
That cheer you hear is for the over and under of 4 rounds, which a lot of people bet. But what's going on here, gentlemen, is another bone crusher Smith-Tyson fight, which isn't the most beautiful kind of fight to watch. But Bruno is just trying to survive now. He's really not fighting.
You're hurting, but you're falling in. Throw that right hand, twist it that way. All right?
Doing good.
Suck it up.
A fucking good wallop on the left hook off the jab, okay? Took him by surprise. When he comes in with both and whack, you've got to whack it.
Come on, let's have it. Come on. Need attention.
That is Aaron Snowell, the new face, whom you saw whispering into Tyson's ear.
Let's see how far Tyson has come since that Bone Crusher Smith fight, which was a very unsatisfying fight for him and the crowd. Let's see if he knows how to chop the man down.
You know, Mike's getting a little over anxious, and he's coming in with his feet together and his chin exposed.
I think he's been over anxious virtually since the opening bell, Ray.
Well, too many times people say, well, this fight won't go 3 rounds or 2 rounds. And sometimes the fighter believes that. Frank Bruno doesn't believe it.
Solid right hand inside by Tyson. Again, Bruno ties him up.
I heard Bruno corner say, throw some uppercuts.
Don't hold him, Frank. Don't hold
Bruno
him.
trying that left hook inside, but the starch has gone out of it. No longer does it hurt Mike the way it did in rounds 1 and 2.
All right, break. Stop it. warning, last warning.
And you saw our pre-fight interview with Tyson's deposed trainer, Kevin Rooney. We should now report that Rooney has left that camera position and gone back to the Golden Glove amateur boxing competition in Schenectady. He is not watching this fight.
And remember that he said he thought the fight would be tougher than other people did.
Look, I see so much body exposed of Bruno.
Get right.
It's like an open invitation.
Solid left hook inside. And an uppercut with the right. And Bruno is wobbled again. Bruno will try to hold on. Tyson tries to get punching room and hits Bruno with an elbow in the mouth. Uppercut, uppercut, right hand. Bruno's in serious trouble. A left hook. And Richard Steele watching carefully. Only guts keeping Bruno up at this moment. There's blood trickling from his nose and his mouth. Tyson really doing damage with the uppercuts. Just missed with the right. Trying to land the one haymaker.
Oh, it's just a matter of time here.
This is vicious punishment.
That's that shot. That's that Bolo shot.
And
Beautiful
Richard
shot.
Steele has seen enough. As Terry Lawless throws in the towel simultaneously.
That was that shot, Jim. That double shot with the same hand.
And what you saw there, as I said earlier in the round, is a mark of the progress of Mike Tyson from a good, raw, young heavyweight into a great heavyweight who knew how to go about his work.
Official time, 2:55 of round number 5.
Thank you.
In a professional execution, Mike Tyson makes relatively short work, not as short as some believed it would be, but relatively short work of a game challenger in Frank Bruno.
A game challenge by Frank Bruno. Bruno held his own. Forget about what the critics thought. Bruno was in there. He was able to hurt Mike Tyson, gain some respect, but Tyson, as usual, was able to come back strong and put Frank Bruno out of the fight game.
So victory number 1 for the new team Tyson. Victory number 1 for the corner group of Aaron Snowell and John Horn and Jay Bright.
Well, Mike Tyson just started his momentum, started building up his points and his punches, and he's starting to wear down Frank Bruno. I like the looping right hand. Some miss, but you know, Jim, the punch that really did the most damage was the uppercuts, little short uppercuts.
Here is the same action, and there you saw the left hook inside that started it, much as was the case in his destruction of Michael Spinks, followed by a right uppercut solidly to the face of Bruno, and after that, the challenger was just holding on. And there was a moment there where Tyson got inside and smashed an elbow into Bruno's mouth to make punching. There's the uppercut.
Those are the short uppercuts that do so much damage, and people just don't appreciate those little short shots. Now, watch these shots here with the same hand. Again, that left hook has been doing a great deal of damage to Frank Bruno in the earlier rounds. A lot of them missed, but the punch that did get through, Jim, were able to slow down Frank Bruno. That shot there, the uppercut, beautiful combination. Now watch as he goes to the body and he doubles his shots up.
All right, here now the sequence which ended the bout as Richard Steele ultimately decided he had seen enough. And at this moment, Terry Lawless, the manager of Frank Bruno, was running along the ring apron with a towel in hand, asking Steele to stop it.
It's a double punch with the same hand, to the body, to the chin. Here it is, to the midsection, right up the middle. Beautiful shot. He's hurt a lot of guys. In fact, he knocked out Balter the same way. You see the leverage of Mike Tyson. There, to the body and straight up the middle. I'm going to use that shot one day.
Has any heavyweight ever thrown the uppercut with such devastating effect?
Not that way. And Jim is short and powerful and great deal of leverage.
Certainly not in recent memory. Has anyone used that punch?
In the middle, right there, and straight up.
Right there.
Oh, beautiful shot.
He once offended some members of the boxing press when he said after knocking out Jesse Ferguson with a similar shot that his objective was to drive the nose bone up into the brain. It's just a mnemonic, a technique for knowing what to do with the uppercut. Now to Larry Merchant with the champion. Larry?
Mike, another one on your belt, another notch. Was this harder than you anticipated?
No, not at all, because I knew that he was going to come up. He was talking, and the way he was talking, I knew he was hyped. He was ready to go. And I knew I was the best fighter in the world. And I wasn't worried about
20
it.
seconds into the fight, though, you've got him on the canvas. Do you think what's going on here, it's all over?
No, I knew he wasn't hurt. Thank you, friend. God bless you.
Good guy, Bruno.
I knew he wasn't hurt as bad as everybody thought him was, but I didn't hit him with solid shots.
What did you hit him with?
I think it was the right hand, somewhat grazing.
Yeah, and then you hit him on top of the head and he went down. Were you then surprised that he came back and he seemed to hit you with a pretty good left in that round?
When he got up, he meant business. I thought, oh, man.
But did that left hand shake you momentarily that he hit you within that round?
He was throwing a great deal of hard punches, but I refused to go down. They didn't even faze me.
After that round, it seemed that you had established that you were the guy, and now he was just there to hold on. Was that how it seemed to you in the ring?
Absolutely. But still, he was sneaking some very hard punches in between that.
So he was stronger than some people gave him credit for.
Absolutely. Well, you have to think, when fighters come to fight the heavyweight champ of the world, like Ali, they automatically become better fighters.
What happened in the fifth round that you saw? Was you knew that he was weakened enough after the fourth round that it was just a matter of time?
Well, absolutely. I knew I was going to get him.
All right. Memories of Bone Crusher Smith passed through my mind. A guy who hugged you for 12 rounds.
Well, no, I knew he wasn't about the hugging for 12 rounds because he was trying to impress his Englishmen out here. And I'm just convinced, you know what I mean? These fellas, how dare them challenge me with their somewhat primitive skills. They're just as good as dead.
So that, in effect, though, didn't this show how much you have improved since Bone Crusher Smith, that you could chop him down the way you did?
Well, eventually, we have 12 rounds. Hopefully, I wish there were 15 rounds, but the rules prevail for them to be 12, and we have to live by the rules. And I wasn't worried at all.
So many months you haven't been in the ring. How does it feel to have finally got in here and do what you say you do best?
It felt great. Being here and the people scream and yell, the people scream for him, just motivate me more.
What can you tell me what? Can you tell me what plans you have now, Mike?
Well, at this particular time, right now, I'm just going to go home and watch a movie called Lean on Me.
Don King, can you tell us, do you have any fights planned and with whom?
I'm going to go with him to watch Lean on Me. And after we watch that, he's going to be talking about it at the post-fight press conference. We'll be talking about guys like Jose Luis Rebalta or Carl Williams, somebody, because he wanted to get back in the ring again in May.
So you're saying there's nothing actually planned now, but you are thinking about several different options.
New York!
We're planning several different options, but we will be fighting in May.
Thank you very much, Don. Thank you very much, Mike. Back to you, Jim.
All right, thank you very much, Larry. Briefly, let's look at final punch stat computations on the bout. Tyson threw 202 punches. His rate of connection went way up in the last round, and he wound up landing